Putt-putt to the Pizza Hut. 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 Putt-putt.
Well, hi there, Mr. Clean. Mighty glad to know you. I've got some weekend cleaning jobs. Come in and let me show you. My wife says, Mr. Clean, there's no one who can top you. She's never found a cleaning job that's tough enough to stop you. Let's clean this basement wall. Mr. Clean, you're on the ball. Now clean this brush for me. You're amazing, Mr. C. Let's give the car a try. Mr. Clean, you're quite a guy.
He'll do kitchen sinks, laundry too.
Man, there's nothing you can't do. Thank you, Mr. Clean. You sure did make it easier. The weekend cleaning jobs are done. Now we can have some leisure. Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Sandy's isn't just a drive-in anymore. This is Mr. John Barry Rogers. He feels weak as a kitten, so stuffed up with a cold. He could take aspirin and go to bed. It's good for pain and fever. But aspirin doesn't relieve nasal congestion that can ruin sleep. That's why Mr. Rogers never goes to bed with a cold without Vicks VapoRub. VapoRub helps relieve breathing congestion 8 full hours. Delightful. VapoRub eases cold, achy muscles, and all night through for 8 full hours, he'll breathe in VapoRub vapor medications. They help clear stuffy nose, soothe irritated throat, relieve upper bronchial congestion. VapoRub helps him sleep all night, wake up on his way to feeling strong as a tiger. Mr. John Barry Rogers never goes to bed with a cold without Vicks VapoRub. Neither does his father, his mother, or his big sister Sue. All the family get 8-hour all-night relief with Vicks VapoRub.
I like some pastel-colored cigarettes.
Well, that's your fella?
It is silly.
Do you have some square cigarettes in a round box? Or is it the other way around?
In this fancy, frilly, you gotta have a gimmick world, there's one cigarette that doesn't go along.
Camel filters, please.
Camel filters aren't for everybody. There's no compromise in the tobacco. No nonsense about this cigarette. Camel filters. They're not for everybody, but then they don't try to be.
Some pastel-colored cigarettes.
Well, that's your fella?
It is silly.
Do you have some square cigarettes in a round box? Or is it the other way around?
In this fancy, frilly, you gotta have a gimmick world, there's one cigarette that doesn't go along.
Camel filters, please.
Camel filters aren't for everybody. There's no compromise in the tobacco. No nonsense about this cigarette. Camel filters, they're not for everybody, but then they don't try to be.
A lot of people think I'm Bill Cosby, but I'm really Tooth Decay. I'm Tooth Decay, but I'm actually on vacation, especially with the teeth I've been working with here. Mainly because some wise guy has been brushing after every meal, and I think the thing that hurts me the most is the fact that he's using Crest. Yeah. See, Crest has fluoride, see. Makes teeth hard, the enamel. You can't get in. You hit, and only thing left for me to do is just wait for a mistake. And when I get that mistake, I'm going to tear into it. Here it comes again, right after the meal. Gonna get another little bath. Fighting cavities is the whole idea behind Crest.
Big Scott, Big Scott.
Signed as Big Scott. When you're hungry for something giant-sized, signed as Big Scott, take surprise, it's bigger than most, better by far, makes all the others taste subpar. Big Scott.
Big Scott, Big Scott.
Signed as Big Scott.
Big Scott.
Let's give a start to the Big Scott fun and begin on the bottom with a toasted bun. Next comes meat, then golden cheese. Melted to perfection, it's sure to please. Big Scott. Now in the middle, add another bun, a second piece of meat, we're almost done. Sandy sauce is the crowning glory, and a sesame bun tops our story. Big Scott.
Big Scott, Big Scott.
Signed as Big Scott. It's a giant of a meal.
Now, for the woman who's fastidious to her fingertips, new Desert Dry Deodorant by Schultem. Real cream deodorant your fingers never touch. No need to choose between protection and convenience. Now you can have both in new Desert Dry. Just twist the bottom. Real cream comes out the top. Not just a surface coating. Desert Dry smooths in right from its exclusive applicator. Penetrates for sure protection. For you, the woman who's fastidious to your fingertips. New Desert Dry. It protects you, keeps you sweet day and night. And it's safe for normal skin, delicate fabrics too. Real cream deodorant your fingers never touch. Look for new Desert Dry in its pink smooth-in applicator. 3-month supply, $1.
Bold, fresh, extraordinary. Every time, everyone, everywhere. The perfect beer for the perfect meal. Made from the finest water and beer flavors west of the Missouri. A meal isn't really a meal without it. Jingle Darlin' Light Ale. What's your jingle, darling?
Canoué, the men's cologne from France, for men who aren't kids anymore. Would Canoué suit you? Ask a woman, a fascinating woman. Canoué by Dana. This man is about to light up a brand new filter cigarette, a new menthol cigarette, a Camel. Now there's a fresh new taste in smoking. New Camel Menthol. If you've tried menthols before and never liked them much, here's a taste you can stay with. Who else but Camel could come up with a menthol cigarette with real tobacco taste? It's a Camel, so it's got to taste great. Camel Menthol cigarettes. Rich tobacco taste, fresh menthol flavor, but above all, a Camel. Try Camel Menthol today in the new green pack.
Johnny, what does this number mean? Mrs. John Martin, 37, was hit by a car.
Oh, that's how old she is, honey.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I don't believe it. That's a terrible thing to do. Why do they allow it?
What?
Floyd Patterson, 194, will fight Igemar Johansson, 205.
Angel, starring Annie Fargé and Marshall Thompson. Created by Jess Oppenheimer. Brought to you by Johnson's Wax, makers of Glade, the light-scented air freshener that makes indoor air seem fresh as all outdoors.
Sir, how do you get rid of household odors?
Ach, ich bin spritzen und sprayen mit das bestunkene Brandex, aber schweren und stampen, raus mit dem.
And that gets...
Relax, Daddy Crisp, it's only me. Noisy devils, aren't they? Those potato chips named Daddy Crisp after you? Or were you named Daddy Crisp after those noisy potatoes? They're a lot noisier than you are, but you're both lovable.
If you love your daddy, you love Daddy Crisp. Potato chips.
Don't forget now, the big news in the low price field is the big news Studebaker. See it in person. Give it the works in a demonstration drive. See the full line. Drop in right away at your local Studebaker dealers.
It's the Action Kids. What in the world are they up to now?
Let's get right down to business.
Business? What business?
Car business!
The Fun Pack Carry-All Action Playset by Marx. Look, this opens up the wild action world of Fort Apache. With Indians, cavalrymen, shell-shooting cannons. And here are the fighting knights, with a real drawbridge, knights, Vikings, and rock-throwing catapults. Here's the boot camp, with 10 Jeep bullet-shooting machine guns and 80 soldiers. Or land a helicopter at Cape Kennedy. Fire the rockets, back the space missile into the launching pad, and start the countdown. It's off into space. Zoom! Get Fort Apache. Get the Fighting Knights. Get the Boot Camp. Get Cape Kennedy. Get all four. And carry your own world of action wherever you go. The Rugged Steel Carry-All Action Playsets by Marx.
Lesson number 1, New Eva. New. Muy hombre. Very masculine. Colonia. Aftershave. Regalo. Gift. Teach him a lesson. Give him bravura. Bravura speaks a language you'll both understand.
Get a commercial. Nonsense. Yeah? Watch.
Alice, who left all that gorgeous pie?
The boy said the crust was too tough. Guess I'll have to
Throw it away, ridiculous. It's too tough.
And I can't afford to waste nearly $1 worth of lemons and all.
What went wrong?
Instead of my usual Crisco, I used a cheaper shortening.
You didn't use Crisco. Why?
To save money.
Oh, but this is how you really save.
Crisco?
Uh-huh. A Crisco pie crust only costs about a penny more.
A penny?
Precious little for a flaky Crisco crust like this. Talk about flaky, tender crust. And you don't have to worry about wasting this expensive filling. Bet your boys won't leave this on the plate.
If there's any left to leave.
Worth a penny more?
Crisco sure is a bargain.
Crisco, only about a penny more for really flaky crust.
Camel menthols are here.
It's hard to believe grape tobacco like this can be blended with menthol to give you a taste that's cooler than cool.
Meet the new Camel, a different kind of camel. With a taste that's not just cool, it's cooler than cool. New Camel menthols. It'll be a cold day in July before you find a better tasting menthol cigarette.
There's only one way to judge how close your razor shaves. You feel your face. We asked some Gillette Track 2 razor users to feel their faces.
With the Gillette Track 2, like I say, 8 hours since I shaved last, I don't feel anything. You can feel it yourself, and there's nothing there.
Pull up this way. You don't feel any whiskers.
No, it's smooth.
It's real smooth.
It does get the stubble without the skin. The first blade pulls the whisker out as it's cutting before the whisker has a chance to snap back the second blade to get the stubble off, and that's why I like the Track 2.
Your face will prove why the Gillette Track 2 shaving system is the closest thing to a perfect shave.
It's like baby skin. It is. It's just like baby skin when you finish shaving.
Ivory Soap invites you to take a look at the basic American woman. She's fair. She's dark. She's short. She's tall. She comes in all shapes and sizes and colors. But one of the things American women have in common is that fresh, wholesome look. The fresh, scrubbed look of healthy-looking skin. That's the basic American look. And it comes from a basic way of life, good, healthy food, exercise, and plenty of soap and water. Like Ivory. Ivory's a basic American soap for healthy-looking skin. And basic values never change. Basic values like purity, like mildness, like more doctors recommending Ivory than any other soap. Healthy-looking skin is one thing American women have in common. Ivory soap is another. Ivory, a basic American soap to care for that healthy American look.